Well, hey there, guys. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cerise Fairfax. I'm located in Sosua, the Dominican Republic. More specifically, I'm coming at you from a little town in a little area, I should say, called Cheromicos. That's where I live in the Dominican Republic, and you could live here too. Guys, this video is going to be on residency. I'm writing a book. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. I'm editing it right now. It will be finished by the end of July. Now, July 16 is my 6-year anniversary here in the Dominican Republic. So I thought it would be fitting to finish the book for the end of July. You can purchase this through me on most social media platforms. Now, this book that I wrote is going to cover almost everything that I could think of in the 6 years that I've learned, and also in the 6 years that you guys have been asking me questions. So we're going to be talking about everything from the history of Sosua, traditions, cultures, celebratory days, and also schools, hospitals, healthcare, and driver's license, all the things that you could think of, tips, clothing, shopping, and also different places that you can go around that's in Sosua for you to go and have a great time, whether it's moving to a certain area to buy, to rent, or for an excursion. This is going to be a very detailed book. It's in over 100 pages of information packed with details for you to be able to enjoy your staycation or vacation. Now, guys, this chapter, I'm not going to get into all of it in this video because this chapter is a little bit lengthy. We're going to be talking about residencia, and there's different forms of residencia in the Dominican Republic. And the four main terms are permanent, temporary, investor, and also retirement. A lot of people don't realize that if you are retired, you can apply for retirement residency as opposed to permanent residency. So we don't want to get all that mixed up. And as well, I want to keep the videos separate. So in this video, we are going to talk about permanent residency only. We're going to do another video on temporary residency, and another one on investors, and another one on also retirement. The reason why I want to cut it up like that is because I want to be able to put the title of that video specifically on the thumbnail so you know exactly where it is and you can go directly to it. All right, guys, please forgive the video portion of it itself because this is just random videos that I'm going to be showing during this audio voiceover. Okay, so let me take a break right now so I can actually take a sip of this black coffee called Santo Domingo. I love it. All right, guys, if you have any other questions at all, don't hesitate to book a consultation with me where we can talk about all your concerns and, you know, your budget and where you would fit in Sosua. And also we can talk about any of your questions. And also, if you just have a one-off question that you just want to shoot at me, or if you have any information that you want to share with me that was interesting during your retirement process, your investor process, your temporary process, or your permanent process of getting residency that you want to share, so I can also share on these videos. Look out for the next video. The next video will be on temporary residency. So let's get right into today's permanent residency, and I'm going to read it straight from my book. We are going to talk about residency, permanent residency first. All right, let's read together. To retain permanent residency, you usually need to spend a minimum amount of time in the country each year. This requirement can vary, but is often around 6 months annually. Now let's talk about the requirements for permanent residency. Time requirement. Typically, you need to have lived in the Dominican Republic for a certain period under a temporary residence permit before applying for permanent residency. This period is usually 2 years, but it can vary depending on specific circumstances and immigration policies. Okay, guys, so you first need to get the temporary residency, which we're going to talk about in the next video. All right, you're also going to need a clean criminal record. A clean criminal record. Applicants must provide a police clearance certificate or background check from their country where they resided in the past 5 years, showing no criminal record. You will need health insurance. You'll need to show proof of health insurance coverage that is valid in the Dominican Republic. In my book, I also talk about health insurance, so it's definitely a chapter that you should check out. If you have any questions about the company that I use, please give me a shout on WhatsApp. Financial means. While not always explicitly stated, having sufficient financial means to support yourself in the country may strengthen your application. Now let's talk about the process for permanent residency. First, you have to get your temporary residency. Initially, you'll need to apply for temporary residency. This involves gathering required documents such as passport copies, birth certificates, marriage certificates, if applicable, a medical certificate, police clearance, and proof of income or financial means. Residency renewal. After living in the Dominican Republic under temporary residency for the required period, you can apply for permanent residency. This typically involves submitting additional documents and undergoing a review process by the immigration authorities. Okay, guys? So now, when you get to this part, approval and issuance of residency card. Once approved, you'll receive a permanent residency card, which you need to carry with you at all times. How do you maintain the permanent residency? To maintain permanent residency, you will need to spend a minimum amount of time in the country each year, again, often around 6 months. You will need to renew your residency card before it expires, usually every 2 years. Avoid engaging in the activities that could lead to removal of your residency status, such as criminal behavior or involvement in political activities. It's essential to stay updated on any changes to immigration laws and regulations that may affect your residency status and to comply with all requirements to retain your permanent residency in the Dominican Republic. Now, you can consult with an immigration lawyer of your choice, or you can give me a call and I can help you screen a few good ones. Aside from that, guys, you see, permanent residency is something that a lot of people don't do in the Dominican Republic because they're not here for 6 months straight. They may come for 2 months, go back home. They may come for 3 months, go back home. They may come for a month and go back home. They're back and forth for a lot of things, whether they're going back to their country to go check on health, to check on their health, their family's health, financial concerns, whatever it is. If they are not here for that 6-month period, they may not even be eligible for permanent residency. Then you would have to look at something like temporary residency, which we will get to in the next video. Guys, please take a moment to subscribe. My algorithms tell me that out of 100% of the viewers, only 60% of you guys subscribe. So please, in order to help my video grow and for me to get these videos out, go ahead and hit that like button. And also don't forget to subscribe, because subscribing is free and it's a cool and great way to help my channel grow. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any further questions, don't hesitate reaching out to me on WhatsApp via message. And if you have any advice on your residency process or anything that you had to do that was a little different than what the rules were, or any advice that you have for people, please put it down in the comments. I'm really curious as to what your process was like. All right, guys, huge hugs, loads of love, big blesses. Please take a moment to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. And also, don't forget to be good to yourself today. You deserve it.